The 10 money hacks I'm going to talk about in this video are already saving me over $20,000 every single year. And they're only going to become even more valuable with time. And these money hacks are a big reason that I'll be able to retire before I turn 30 years old. If I decide to use the last one, I might even be able to retire even sooner than that. And while very few people take advantage of all of these hacks, there is no reason that you can't. Almost every single one of these money hacks can be used by absolutely anyone. So let me start with the money hacks that you might already know about, and then I'll get into the ones that you probably aren't using yet. Plus, I might even throw in an extra bonus at the end, but we'll see if I have time. Money hack number 1. Save now, don't pay later. Most people suck at saving for retirement. According to the Federal Reserve, the average 50-year-old has only saved about $115,000 for retirement. And the government knows that people suck at saving for retirement, which is why they give ridiculous tax advantages just for saving your money. That's why in 2024, you can contribute $23,000 into a company-provided retirement account. If you're over 50, you can contribute another $7,500 on top of that. And since you don't have to pay any taxes on these retirement account contributions, this can save you a lot of money, especially if you have a high income already. By taking full advantage of this, I'm saving over $6,400 every single year. And by the way, if you click the top link in the video description, I linked a resource that will help you do this calculation for yourself. Now, there's probably already someone in the comments saying,
"You're not actually saving $6,000 per year on taxes. You'll just have to pay taxes on that money later."
that is sort of true. Typically, you will have to pay tax when you withdraw your money from these retirement accounts. But that's why you need to keep watching this video, because you might not have to pay any tax on this money ever, or at least very little, if you use some of the other money hacks that I'm going to talk about. But before I get into that, I need to explain the second reason that these employer retirement accounts are such a ridiculous money hack, which brings us to money hack number 2, get paid to save. I'm trying to be financially independent before I turn 30 years old, which means I need to save as much money as I possibly can. And that's why I love this money hack so much. Because even though I'd be saving as much money as I could anyway, my company will literally pay me even more money for saving. That's like getting an award for waking up in the morning. Every company is different about this, but some companies offer insanely good retirement benefits, including mine. If I contribute enough money to my company's 401k, they'll literally give me an extra 10% of my salary every single year, which is over $10,000 extra dollars just for saving my money. So if your company offers a retirement match, you definitely want to get it. It's pretty much free money. And I'm sure a lot of you already know about retirement plans, and this is all review for you. But 25% of people aren't getting their full company benefits. So I wanted to make sure I talked about this. But let's move on to a money hack that most people are not taking advantage of. Before we do that though, I just wanted to let you know that I collected a bunch of useful resources and some of my research that explain each of these money hacks I'm going to talk about in even more detail. If you click the top link in the video description, I'll send that to you. Money hack number 3, tax-free growth forever. Paying taxes sucks. You already have to pay taxes when you make money and when you buy things. But even if you invest your savings, you have to pay taxes on that money again when you sell your investments. But if you do what I'm about to tell you, you won't have to do that. A Roth individual retirement account, or Roth IRA, doesn't work like traditional retirement accounts. You have to pay the regular income tax on your money before contributing to it. But the benefit of a Roth IRA is that once you have contributed money to it, you never have to pay taxes on that money again. Right now, you can contribute $7,000 per year to your Roth IRA, or $8,000 if you're over 50. If you did that for 40 years and earned a reasonable return on investment, you would have almost $1.4 million invested in your Roth IRA. Normally, selling your investments would mean tens of thousands of dollars in taxes. But since you did that in a Roth IRA, you wouldn't owe anything. And the good news is that you can contribute to a Roth IRA and a traditional retirement account at the same time. But if you earn a high income, you might not be able to take advantage of this money hack at all. Unless, of course, you use money hack number 4, the backdoor Roth. Making too much money is a good problem to have, but it's still a problem. And if you earn too much money, you won't be eligible to contribute to a Roth IRA. But here's the thing, you can contribute to one anyway. If you're in this position, you can just open a traditional IRA, contribute money that you've already paid taxes on, and then roll that money in your traditional IRA into a Roth IRA. I haven't had to use this strategy yet myself, but I will if I earn enough. But it might be a few years before that happens, unless, of course, more people smash the like and subscribe button. If you do want to use a backdoor Roth, there are a couple of things you need to be aware of that I can't go into detail here. So again, just make sure you check out the resources document in the video description. And if you think a backdoor Roth sounds cool, just wait for money hack number 5, the mega backdoor Roth. Everyone knows that you can only contribute a certain amount of money to your company retirement plan. And in 2024, that's $23,000 for people under 50. But that's not really the limit. If you want to, and if your company allows it, you might be able to contribute an extra $46,000 per year in post-tax dollars to your company retirement plan, for a total of $69,000. Then, after making those contributions, you could roll all of that money into a Roth IRA so that your money grows tax-free forever. This is way more money than you could ever contribute to a Roth IRA directly. But the reason this works is because the IRS has no limits on how much money you can roll over from another retirement account into a Roth IRA. Now, not every company lets you do this, and most people don't save enough money to really take advantage of a mega backdoor Roth anyway. But this can be a ridiculously powerful money hack. And remember that there are some restrictions on when you can withdraw money from a retirement account. And this is especially important for people like me, who are thinking about retiring early. But that brings us to money hack number 6. Early access to retirement accounts. Retirement accounts are awesome, but they could actually make it even harder to retire early if you can't get your money out when you need it. And this is the biggest issue with retirement accounts, because if you try to withdraw money from retirement accounts too soon, you could not only lose the tax benefits, but also have to pay an extra 10% penalty. This is a huge problem for people that want to retire early. But the good news is there's a few ways around this. For one, you can always withdraw any contributions you made to a Roth account with no taxes or penalty. Since you've already paid taxes on these contributions, the IRS doesn't have any issues with that. But your investment returns on these contributions are much harder to get access to. The resources document in the description talks about some exceptions, but in general, you just want to avoid this. But those rules are just for Roth retirement accounts. To really retire early as fast as possible, you'll need to get even more of your money out of retirement accounts, including your traditional retirement accounts. One way to do this is through substantially equal period payments, or SEPP. Basically, once you retire, you can start to withdraw money from your retirement accounts in similar sized chunks. Now, you will have to pay income tax on these withdrawals, just like you do for any traditional retirement account, but you won't have to pay that 10% early withdrawal penalty. But one of the biggest downsides of the strategy is that it's not very flexible. You can't just withdraw however much money you want each year. That's why this second option is so popular. You can also get access to all of your retirement account money using the Roth ladder strategy. Remember that you can always roll over money from a traditional retirement account to a Roth account. You'll have to pay income taxes on the converted money, of course, but there's no penalty or limits to how much money you can convert. And these conversions from a traditional retirement account to a Roth account are treated as contributions to the Roth account, which means you can withdraw them before retirement with no penalty. This strategy does require some advanced planning though. You need to wait at least 5 years before withdrawing each conversion, or you will have to pay the penalty. That's fine though, because you probably don't want to convert your entire 401k into a Roth IRA in just 1 year. That could put you in a crazy high tax bracket since that conversion is treated as income. So by making these conversions over many years and waiting 5 years before withdrawing each conversion, you can keep your taxes super low, only withdraw what you really need to, and never pay the 10% early withdrawal penalty. Now, if all of that sounds complicated, make sure to check out the extra resources in the description. I promise this isn't super hard to do. This Roth ladder strategy is absolutely huge if you want to retire early. I mean, I have most of my savings in retirement accounts, which would make it really hard to retire by 30 if this strategy didn't exist. And there's just one more investment account that I want to talk about. And honestly, it's probably my favorite of all of them. Money hack number 7, huge savings account. There's not actually such a thing as a huge savings account, but there are health savings accounts, and that's basically what it is. Here's how it works. Every year, you get to contribute pre-tax money to your health savings account, just like a traditional retirement account. In 2024, the limit is $4,150 for an individual, or $8,300 for a family. But what makes these health savings accounts so awesome is that as long as you can use the money in these accounts for qualified health expenses, you never have to pay taxes on this money. It's tax-free going in and tax-free coming out. And unlike retirement accounts, you can use your contributions to an HSA whenever you have medical expenses. And once you do hit retirement age, you can withdraw all of your money from an HSA just like it's a traditional retirement account. And as long as you keep using your HSA to only pay for certain health costs, you still won't ever have to pay taxes. So I absolutely love this account. And what makes it even better is money hack number 8. Free stuff. Every year, my company gives me about $1,200 of free stuff, and about half of that is free money that they send to my health savings account for me. The rest is a mix of benefits, like helping me pay for my gym membership and public transportation. These extra benefits aren't going to make me insanely wealthy or anything like that, and I debated even including them as a hack. But it's crazy to me how many people leave money on the table just because they don't understand their company benefits. I literally save an extra $1,000 per year just because I filled out a couple of forms. But this next trick is a real deal money hack, and most people are not taking advantage of it. Money hack number 9, tricking the tax man. What I'm about to tell you really is one of my favorite loopholes, and it's already saved me thousands of dollars. Here's the thing, when you sell investments that have gone up in value, you owe capital gains tax. But if you sell investments that went down in value, you have a capital loss. You can use your capital losses to offset your capital gains. So if you lost more than you made, you don't owe any tax on your capital gains. And even better, your capital losses roll over every year. So if you lose $100,000 in one investment, you won't have to pay any taxes on the next $100,000 of capital gains. Of course, you don't want to lose money just to avoid taxes. But that's where this money hack comes in. Because if you look at the stock market, you'll see that stock prices can go up and down all of the time. So what if you always sold your investments when they decreased in value and then immediately reinvested your money in another stock? You could record a capital loss that you can use to lower your taxes, but you would keep your money invested in the stock market. That's the basic theory behind capital loss harvesting, and it can save you a ton of money over the long run. And there are even investment companies that will do this for you automatically so that you don't have to constantly track the market yourself. Plus, they can help keep you out of legal trouble because there are some restrictions to this. Again, more on that in the research document. But it's time to move on to the most powerful money hack of them all. Not only will this strategy save me thousands of dollars every year, it also means I need hundreds of thousands of less dollars to retire in the first place. I'm talking about money hack number 10, geographic arbitrage. As soon as I graduated college, I moved to one of the most expensive areas of the world. Seriously, it is insanely expensive to live here. And this surprises a lot of people. After all, I mean, retiring early is a lot harder in an expensive city. But I also knew that I could make a lot more money by living in a city that was this expensive. So even though I might be saving a smaller percentage of my income by living where I do, I'm still saving more money in total. But the real power of geographic arbitrage comes into play after retiring, because as soon as I quit my job, I could move to a way cheaper area. All of my savings would go way further if I didn't live in a big city. There are even cities in the same state that I already live in that are half as expensive. And there are even cheaper cities in other parts of the country. But to really take advantage of this money hack, I would go international. In America, I'm considered extremely frugal for living on less than $20,000 per year. But in a country like Thailand, that's enough to live like a king. It honestly just blows my mind that there aren't more people that take advantage of this. But look, there is one more thing that I wanted to talk about in this video just as a little bit of a bonus. And I can't call this a money hack because it's kind of obvious, but a lot of people still ignore it. Because here's the thing, these money hacks are super great, but they won't magically make you financially independent. To even take advantage of a lot of these money hacks, you need to be spending less than you earn. The money hacks I talked about in this video will just help those savings go further or reduce the taxes you pay on your savings later. People don't always want to hear this. They want there to be some secret to becoming financially independent and immensely wealthy. But I'm here to help you retire early, not tell you just what you want to hear. And the truth is, there is no secret hack that will make you rich. You just have to spend less than you earn. So if you really want to see the real reason that I'll be able to retire before I turn 30, you need to watch this video right here. Because in that video, I'll show you why frugality is so much more important than your income.